All right, good morning, everybody. We've got lots of information to go through today. We're going to continue on with our conversations and our Marvel movie clips. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Age of Ultron. So, if you've seen that movie, you can always refresh your memory later today, and if not, you can look up the synopsis online. But I want to talk a little bit about your free choice reading information, of course, and the Brandeis Library information. So these are some frequently asked questions that came up in your surveys. So I want to go over this really quick. You can click on here to access the library homepage. And if you just go through some of this stuff, this answers, a lot of information. I have links provided in here for different types of options for you to check out books. Um, the library is open. There is a way virtually to do this, but remember that all the books have to be turned in by the third week of May at the latest. So unless you have a plan for returning those books, I would just use that with caution and really focus on the other options you have available to you. So read through this. That would be helpful information to kind of clarify a lot of your questions that you may have. All right, we're going to get into characters and their moral dilemmas. And the assignment we start today will take us through Thursday. So we're going to work on a little bit here and there. So when you watch this clip, this is when we first meet Ultron in the Avengers movie, Age of Ultron. And ultimately, this is where we learn that, Tony had a little side project where he wanted to build a suit of armor around the world, and thus this is how Ultron was born. But this is also how Vision was born. So watch through that. See if you can figure out what some of the character dilemmas are. Clearly, Tony Stark has a dilemma with, wanting to use his intelligence to protect everybody so that way the Avengers won't be needed. Ultron's dilemma is that the Avengers obviously are standing in his way. And then, of course, the rest of the Avengers, their dilemma is whether or not they can really truly trust Tony at this point, especially with his secretive methods. Then that kind of starts building a divide between the group. So pay attention, especially to Ultron and this idea of, robots and artificial intelligence. That's going to come up in your reading today. So this presentation, we're going to read an excerpt from Daniel Wilson's Robopocalypse. So you want to read that before you start the assignment. You can click here and it'll make you a copy. There's also a link inside the actual assignment. So today we're only going to focus on slide 4. Tomorrow we'll focus on slides 5 and 6, and I'll help you with that. And then again, Thursday, you'll finish it. And so if you want to get ahead, be my guest. You guys also have, your outside reading books that you might want to get started on reading, or, taking time to search for that. So there's plenty to do. Okay, so on this first slide, you're going to copy or click on this little box right here. It'll give you a link to make a copy of the text, just like what I posted for you earlier. And then here are the steps. So there are 3 steps. We're going to read today, look at number 4 on slide 4. I'm sorry, slide 5 today. And then, we're going to continue on through this. So this is slide 5 today. Sorry, I guess I have typos. Not with it today. Sorry, guys. Let me fix this. It's going to bother me before you open it. Okay. So once you've read the excerpt, I want you to list 2 conflicts. What are 2 issues that have come up? And then what is this moral dilemma where they're, caught between a rock and a hard place, right? It's not something that is an easy decision. So for Tony to kind of, get rid of Ultron, that's kind of difficult for him because he still believes in the reason why he was created, even though, it kind of backfired on him. He still has the same conflicts that are kind of really forcing those moral dilemmas to kind of continue and progress. So then you've got these 2 green slides, which we'll talk about tomorrow, and then these 2 writing slides for 8 and 9. And then, of course, you're going to have some sort of GIF or some sort of meme to describe how your quarantine life is going so far. Is it getting better? Are you, especially those of you that are at home and not, choosing to not come to class, how are you doing with it? Are you getting the hang of it? Is it still something that you have good and bad days? I know some of us that come to class don't always make it to class. We've come once or twice, but then after that, I just want to check in and see how you're doing. All right, so this is going to be a little bit off. I will edit this before we publish later, but So this will be slide 5, this will be slide 6 and 7, and then of course the completed presentation. So I'll update that before you guys jump on Zoom today. Remember that the fastest way to earn your attendance is through attending your Zoom meetings. I also have this attendance question for today, which will be you just making connections between the text, the Robopocalypse excerpt, and the Avengers movie clip, both of which I've also relinked here for you. All right. All right, guys, I hope you have fun with it. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's kind of interesting. And then we'll keep going on with the rest of our week. All right, I hope you have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.